The risks are almost limitless. We talk about the compliance penalty side of stuff, and GDPR is the big one people talk about. So if you end up releasing or leaking your customers' personal information, like their name, their address, and bits and pieces like that, yes, there's GDPR penalties for that. But the more scary risks is breaches to do with passwords and login information, because if a bad guy can log into your network, now, they've got access to whatever that credential has permissions to do. It could be an administrator account. It could just be a normal secretary that's got access to a lot of information. We don't know. So that's going to vary depending on the customer about what they're doing. But it's kind of the scope is unlimited, because if you look at what happened with Colonial Pipeline last year, that was a direct result of a dormant user account with a breached password on it that got logged into through a VPN. And once they were in the network, they're able to do all sorts and stick ransomware on, and that real-world consequence was shutting down fuel deliveries around the US for weeks. It cost an absolute fortune, massive everyday people disruption, and that's a big reputation hit as well. So that's a bit more than just paying a fine for losing a spreadsheet kind of thing. But it will vary depending on the organization that gets breached. And the bad guys will have their list of who they're going to target, especially for ransomware, because they'll want to make money. So it's a bottomless pit in terms of the risk, but securing the front door is a kind of an obvious approach. And if you do that, then you've got a lot less worries about what could happen. I mean, it's not the only thing that needs doing, but there's not much point putting up a lot of perimeter defenses in the traditional network security way if the bad guy's got a login, because all the defenses won't light up, they won't trigger, they won't say, oh, an attack is coming, because it looks like, Jill from accounts just logged on from home, which looks perfectly normal. So it's a bit tricky to detect these things sometimes. You've got to stop them at the source.